Okay, and we are going live on YouTube. Yay! Hey, everybody. Got Ellie with me here tonight. Mm, got my tea. What are you drinking, Ellie?
Peppermint tea.
No,
My
you're having
tarot themed cup.
tarot themed. Look at that, the tower. That is so cool. Did you say you're having peppermint tea?
Yes, my favorite.
That is exactly what I'm drinking. Peppermint tea.
We coordinated. Let's
We're
rock.
already starting the synchronicity. It's just amazing. It's amazing. Mm. And I see Dan in there and Meta Crazy. Jill's in there. Hi, Jill. Brand new GG Grandmama. Oh, okay. Cool. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So, we got to fill you in on all the crazy stuff. So, y'all remember last night I had Michelle on as guest co host. Oh, we had fun. Oh, my God. I think that was one of our best shows. And we were laughing and giggling and just had all these great questions in the chat and just was you know pulling cards and stuff. We weren't obviously taking phone calls though because Blog Talk decided to crap out on us again. Yeah, so today I sent them a nasty letter. 14 years on Blog Talk, we spent, I don't know, $7,000 with this company over 14 years, uh, oh my God. And the the system was down for like 5 days in the beginning of the month. Then last week it was out twice, and then this week it was out yesterday. Well, we're getting ready to come on here, me and Ellie, and yeah, it's out again. You get through, you put in the codes to start the show and everything, and then the automated system comes on and says, "We're sorry, we're experiencing issues with our broadcast system." And it's like, oh, so now I'm going to send them another nasty letter. We were a minute or two late getting on the Zoom here, on the YouTube, rather, I should say, the YouTube stream, because I was deleting the Blog Talk show off of the studio on Blog Talk. Yes. And it was a whirlwind trying to get ready today because I had like stuff with the parents and like cooking dinner and cleaning that up, and then uh they wanted to get certain things done, and it's like I got a show in 15 minutes. But we made it for a minute
We
there, Ellie.
did.
Ellie, I sent you that link to this Zoom. And for a minute there, I was going to go, Ellie, I don't think I could do the show tonight because I didn't think I was going to be able to get here in time.
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
you made it, Dax.
We made it. We made it. So it is Thursday, April 25th, 2024. I'm not going to give you the cards of the day or the numerology. No, not going to do it. You know why? Because I already did it this morning. Yes, I did it last night and I excerpted it out. So there's a short video. It actually has Michelle's cards too. So there's a short video if you want to watch. I know today's almost over. So why do it, right? I love my evening shows because I can push it off till tomorrow. But so I told Michelle, she did her cards, I did it, and then I told her this morning, yeah, I cut that out and I made a little video, put it on the channel. So it's on our YouTube channel. It's also on, oh, I don't think I posted it. I forgot to post it on Psychic Cafe. So I'll get
Oh,
that posted. I was out of it today. For some reason, I was feeling like ridiculously tired. So I would get up and do things, errands, whatever things around the house I needed to do. And then I'd go and lay down for a nap. And then I'd get up and do other things I needed to do and then go back and lay down for a nap. So I got, I got that little video posted on the YouTube channel, and I got it broadcasted out. Did the posts all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, and so forth, about the replay of last night's show and the cards of the day for today and the numerology for today, which I think, is it a one? I think it's a one. I forget now. I think it's a one. Yeah. New beginnings today. Tomorrow's a two. We'll get to that in a second. But I just wanted to fill everybody in. You can go to the YouTube channel. You're probably on it right now after the show, and check it out. But if you're listening to this in archive, after the show, just the easiest way to get there is to go to psychic.cafe/YouTube, and that'll take you right to the channel. And then you'll see it under videos. So scroll down to where it says videos, and it'll be right there, the first one. Go check that out. But here's the card of the day and numerology of the day for Friday, April 26, 2024. It's a two energy, and that's relationships, diplomacy. They're the peacemakers, they make, if you're life path 2 or an attitude 2 or destiny number 2, they make really good mediators, counselors, anything along those lines. That's the energy of today. And then I got the Six of Swords again. Yes, the Six of Swords. It came up earlier this week. And it's interesting that it's coming up again, but I think it has something to do with, the 9 energy yesterday and the 2 energy it was the 9 energy, on Thursday, and then the 1 energy, and we're like in the beginning of a whole new thing now, and a new cycle and everything. Like I said, go watch yesterday's video. And I think that's why it's popping up again, because it's about, moving on. I think that's a lot of our problems that a lot of us are having, is we're not moving on. This is a card of transition. We need to transition. We need to move on, start that new thing with that 1 energy yesterday. And now we're into the 2. Then there's 3 and 4. That's when you're manifesting, which will be the next couple of days, right? So it can also be, of course, a physical move. Maybe you're, moving house or something like that. It could be a trip, especially over water. Okay. From as something as, big as a cruise, or a cruise across the Atlantic in the Titanic. No, just kidding. Or it could be, just motorboating, or, going out on the lake or something like that. Sometimes this comes up meaning we're all in the same boat. That's right. And it could also mean, hey, practice compassion with others, compassion for others. That's indicated here too. So there you go. The card of the day, numerology of the day for Friday, April 26, 2024. I don't know, Ellie, did you pull a card?
I did. I actually pulled cards. I figured would be a cool way to kind of kick off the weekend because tomorrow's Friday. So I just pulled 2 cards for a weekend vibe. Like, what do we need to know about the energy of this
Oh,
weekend?
that's cool.
Lovely coming out of this retrograde, but we still are in that, what is it called? Like post shadows. So it's still a bit iffy, but I feel like there is a sense of relief coming through. The cards that I pulled for this weekend, I got to the Oracle card, the Storyteller. So the Storyteller, I feel like, is all about reflection and taking time to just kind of look at things in retrospect. Of course, the retrograde has given us a lot of time to do that, but I feel like this is an emphasis on really reflecting on what we've learned and what we've done through this retrograde, and kind of really putting together those lessons. Now, the tarot card to accompany that here is the Knight of Cups. Let's see if that will focus there. So Knight of Cups is all about chasing that beautiful feeling, chasing that, almost what I'm getting from this is that appreciation for the lessons learned and just letting that fulfill you. So even if this retrograde has been a little tough, there's been a lot of things, I think, on everybody's plate that has just kind of frazzled everyone, but I feel like it's also a sense of relief to look back at it and see, hey, we're moving out of this period. I'm taking what I've learned and I'm trying to grow, kind of like with that Six of Swords energy that you just pulled.
Ah,
So kind of moving away from things that have kind of forced us to learn a lesson, or maybe even just kind of something now we have to keep in mind as we move forward into the newness of coming out of this retrograde, moving into more spring-like energy, and definitely with that Knight of Cups, just chasing things that make us happy. That's kind of what I'm getting from this
what
energy
deck
here.
is
Is just,
that?
oh, this is a new deck. New deck alert, everybody. So this is called the Change Tarot. Oh, here we go. It is the
Oh, wow.
Change Tarot. It's a recent release. So if you're familiar with the book Tarot for Change, this is by Jessica Dorr. She took the illustrations by Javiera Lopez and turned it into a deck. So
Oh, that's
really cool.
brilliant. Yeah.
I'm excited. My first time
Might
using
as
it
well
on my
reuse
tarot.
content, right? You reuse the images. Yeah. It looks like it made a really nice deck too.
It's really, really nice.
Awesome sauce. So there's another thing. Another thing, I guess I should no, that's okay. I was gonna end the thing, but we don't have to do that. Another thing is that I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off for the show. Didn't know if Blog Talk was going to work, which it did not. And also on top of that, I didn't even know if I was going to make it to the show. So I made no effort to promote because I was pretty sure we were going to have to cancel tonight. So I just didn't even didn't promote. And because we don't have Blog Talk, Blog Talk also, it's a love-hate thing. We've been with Blog Talk for 14 years. There's so many issues, and setting up the simulcast between the YouTube and Blog Talk, the Zoom and everything is technical and a lot of work. Half the time, obviously, their system is not even working. But it gives us the phone lines. And the other thing it does, though, is we're live. It shows us live on the Blog Talk Radio website, the platform. And, they have tens of millions of visitors per day. So we, get some listeners and viewers, because then we tell them to come over to the YouTube channel, and we get some callers and everything from just being on Blog Talk. Now last night we got some people, eventually, took a little while, but eventually we got some people into the chat and started doing some questions and things like that. Right now it is really, really quiet. So this may be the shortest show we've ever done.
Okay. It is what it
Just
is,
letting
right?
everybody know, it's like I see Jill and Dan in there and our lifetime members, and like that's it. Oh, we have a new lifetime member. Um, Let me pop over to the Psychic Cafe. By the way, our website for everybody is take the DAX off. Yeah. There's the URL, www.psychic.cafe. You don't really need the www. Just open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe. It'll take you right there. And I'm going to members, and then I'm going to go in the little wheel here, sort by, drop down, latest members. It's Irene Bonner. And Irene was in the chat last night. I was kind of hoping she was going to be in the chat tonight. Well, she might show up a little bit later. I think it's, like I said, I didn't promote. I didn't know if we were going to be doing a show or not. Yeah. But yeah, she was in the chat last night. We did Michelle and I did some readings for her, and then she joined as a lifetime member. So welcome,
Right.
Irene. Got
Welcome.
another one. Yes. Oh, and while I've got that URL up, let me just say you can go to Ellie's page like this, psychic.cafe/Ellie. And if you're a member, what you do is you go to Psychic Cafe and you sign up. It's quick, it's free. You can put a username in, email address, and a password, or you can use your social media. There's buttons for social media to sign in, and just set up your profile and go over to Ellie's page. You'll find a little like message envelope button that you can click. You know, it's weird on desktop. It's like you got the whole profile thing, and it's this little tiny thing in the lower right corner. But then on phone, this is weird, is that on the phone it's different. I don't know if we can do this, but I'm going to try to go to let's see. I got to erase all this other stuff off the URL here, and then I'm going to put Ellie in. Ellie, go to your page on phone. We're going to go to your page on phone.
Mobile
And
testing.
we're mobile testing. Yes. And so, like, on the desktop, these tabs go all the way across. But what's really cool on phone, you can go like this to go to all the different tabs. And so, like, I can go to her about section and her blog, and I can see what group she's in and her videos and any events that she's doing set up and all. And then I'm looking for, where is, okay, visit profile. I'm in the profile. I'm trying to see where the how it's different on mobile, Ellie, with the button. Oh, I know. I just figured out what it is. On phone, I'm not signed in. So let me sign in real quick. This is what I was just telling you guys. You have to sign up first and be signed into the website. Then you go to Ellie's page. There we go. Beautiful. And now you can see that there is a little message icon right there. So it's like right in the middle almost. On the phone, it's easier to find it on the phone, but on the desktop it's like this. It's much tinier and off to the right, and you got a little envelope, but you can
I know
message
exactly.
us. Yeah, so that's what it looks like on the phone, and you can message us in between shows, ask us questions. You can book a session with Ellie. Yep. And if you have any questions about anything, Ellie's also on the board, and mine is Dax, and you can book a session with me there as well. Um, you can send me a message and ask me questions about, like, membership in the guild, getting certified, how to put your business on Psychic Cafe, get a custom URL like this one, because everybody gets a profile free, but the profile goes like psychic.cafe/profile/question mark, your name. It's like all this long stuff. We can make a nice short one for you. Of course, once, we have /Dan, we have /Ellie, /Dan, /Dax, /Michelle. When we get the next Michelle, she's going to have to, like, use her last name or last initial or something. We're going to run out of names, so get them while you can. There's /Jill. There's /Jill. You can go over. Yeah. So that deck you just showed, which I've already forgotten the name. What's the name again?
The Change Tarot.
Oh, the Change Tarot. So is that a newer acquisition of yours?
Yes, it came in, I think, late last week. I think it was just released, so it's fairly recent, either this week or last week. So
Oh,
it's pretty new and it's really cool. I like it.
so you haven't had time to do a walkthrough or a review or anything?
I actually did, and
Oh,
that video will be up on my channel in a few weeks, I think, or next week. This Saturday is going to
okay.
be the walkthrough of Wisdom of Blue Tarot, but
Are you
the week following will be
When you do
Change
the
Tarot.
videos, are you taking the URL and sticking it in on your decked out?
I've forgotten to do that. Maybe I'll go back and add all the recent ones because I've been really good. I've been
Yeah.
consistently posting, so
Yeah, because I know you do here, wait a minute. Decked out. because I know you do like your weekly deck of the
Oh
week,
yeah,
which is really
yeah,
cool. I love the deck of the week. You've got so many decks on here already. This is so cool. I'll put that URL up for everybody so that they can let's see. Hold on. Deck.
yeah. Totally invite everyone. If you're a lover of tarot decks, even oracle decks, go check out Decked Out. I'll usually post some stuff, and
Yeah.
more than welcome to have you all join in on the conversation. Talk to me about your favorite deck. Get conversations going because if you're like me and you have quite a collection or you want to share, I'd love to hear about it. So
Right. Yeah. In fact, I was just telling um Pamela's got a bunch and some of them go way back, but I said, hey, they're new to somebody, right? And I said I can take them from her channel, re-upload them onto Psychic Talk, the channel on YouTube, and then post them on your Decked Out. And so we're using Decked Out for, like, if you've done a review for a deck or a walkthrough of a deck, put it on Ellie's Decked Out. Here's the URL:
yes,
psychic.cafe/decked out. And it's an open group. Anyone can join it once you become a member, obviously, of the website. Join the website, click and join, and then you can comment on all the decks you see Ellie posting, her weekly, but also yeah, you can put all your videos up there, and then we can watch the videos and people can comment on Psychic Cafe on them as
yeah.
well. That'd be really cool. So yeah.
Also want to invite people to utilize Decked Out. If you've seen a deck online but you can't find the name of it, or if you just have like a single screenshot, a nice clear photo of what you want to try to identify, let us know because I love digging around for decks. And so I will try to figure it out. I'll try to help out. And of course, we have a great community there, Psychic Cafe. So we'll
Oh yeah,
definitely do our best to help out.
we'll do some research for you. I could do some of that too. I can research some things, and if there's something, maybe you know it, but you're like, is that out of print? We could check it out for you and stuff. And we have connections with all the major publishers too. And yeah, so I wanted to mention I want to get Pamela's up there, and then Michelle's starting to do them, and I think she's done some, and I want to get hers on the Decked Out. And if you wanted to appear on your, this is the thing, if you want something you're putting on the website to show up on your profile, okay, like on your profile there's a button, a tab for videos. You need to go to your stream and click in where it says, what would you like to say? And then it's going to give you the options at the bottom to click where you can choose the type of post and choose video, and then put in the URL to the video off YouTube. Or, if you're using some other platform for your videos, there'll be a link, right? I think that'll work. I know YouTube works. What's some of the other ones? Is Vimo
Vivo? Um,
what's the
I
one
know
that,
there's a couple different platforms.
there's several of them. I can't remember any off the top of my head because I use YouTube. Anyway, when you post it there, and then of course that becomes a post on your stream, right? That goes to the mainstream, but it also goes in under your tab that's videos. But it doesn't go on Decked Out. Vice versa, if you go over to Decked Out and you post it on there, which is what we want you to do, but it's not going to show up on your profile. It will go in the main feed. But if you want everything you upload to also show up when people visit your profile and click on videos, you just do it twice. You post it on Decked Out, and then you go to your profile and post it. It'll show up, yes, twice in the community feed, but that's okay. And that's how you do that. So everybody, you know, everybody can see and all.
We'll definitely play around with that. I'll be posting some videos, and so yeah, look out for new videos on Decked Out.
Yeah, yeah. Plus, I'm going through. I'm looking at the Psychic Talk.net website and the old Tarot Guild, the Ning site, and I'm looking at the videos and looking at article posts and stuff. And I'm going to start transferring them over. So, like, you're going to see a flood of stuff on Psychic Cafe.
Nice.
Yeah, because between Michelle putting hers up, and I know I think Pamela's going to get back to doing the runes, and then now you're going to do your videos as well as your post of the week, and then I'm going to post all those articles and videos I can find. It's going to be crazy. There's going to be all kinds of content because I want to get all that stuff off the old websites, because I want to get rid of the old websites, and been trying to do that for months now. So I need to get really working on that. Yeah. And all of you out there, that's what the Psychic Cafe is for. You can come in and post your own stuff. It can be videos. I see Energy posted a video, my mini crystal profile iolite. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what this is, but it's a video on our website.
A video about a crystal. Ooh,
Yeah.
we will have our next video crystal expert posting videos.
And it's the what if card reading for the week from Energy. Here's another one she posted. The metaphysical crone. Another video. It looks like a reading. That's cool too. Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be getting great on here because we're going to have tons of stuff. Jill posted her Matthew Perry's addiction. I'm saying that wrong. Hold on. Rewind. Okay. Jill had done a video. She had done a prediction about Matthew Perry, about addiction, like a long time ago. And then it was recently confirmed. And so she did a post with the video. So go check that out. It's in the main feed, or you can go to Jill's page. Okay. And it's under blogs too. That's another thing. We have our blogs here. And if you need help with doing the blogs, because we want to get the images right and all this kind of, like, I got an image of Matthew Perry and put it in for her blog post, and stuff like that. There's one in there about the movie coming out May 3rd, Tarot. It's a horror movie. Of course, it's not going to have anything accurate about tarot, but it's going to be fun. I
love horror movies.
I like those kind of things. Yeah.
Yeah. More than anything, I'm really interested in that deck that they use. I'm like, that would be a cool deck to add to my collection.
Well, that's the funny thing. When I posted about it a while ago, I need to repost because it's coming up. I should repost that, get some interest. The deck in it is, how I'm always talking about, I'm a fan of giant decks because it looks so much more official when you're doing a reading. When someone comes up and sits down at the little card table with me to do a reading for me, and they pull out the little pocket tarot and they're going, shuffle, 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 and then, no, even smaller than that. I've seen smaller than that. And they're like laying it out like this. It's like a chipmunk is doing your reading. It's like, I instantly, no matter what the information is they're giving, I instantly don't appreciate it as much as if they have these big honking cards that look official. Well, that deck is scary and it's very official looking, and you know what it'd be great for? Doing readings at Halloween. This is a full size, actually. This is a standard size tarot size deck. Playing card decks are a little bit shorter and not as wide. This one's like that tall and that wide. I just love it. if I was doing a deck, that's what my deck would be. Huge. Everybody would hate me and go, "Oh, it's impossible to shuffle Dax's deck," and I'd be like, "Well, sorry. Lay it out on a
If your
table
deck
on
is
a
a
spread cloth and go
stack,
like that."
have a pocket edition for small hands.
That's what I'll do. I'll put out a special pocket edition for small hands. Of course, why not? You can do that, right? But a lot of people, I posted about that and people commented and they were, poo-pooing the movie thing and oh, it's going to be, terrible and blah 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 and all this. You guys are missing the point. It's entertainment. I didn't post it on Psychic Cafe for people to rush out and watch this movie because they're going to like learn tarot or something. It's not serious. It's a horror movie. It's, frights.
Purely for entertainment. And eye rolls, especially if you're a tarot reader, you're probably going to sit there. If you're
Yes.
like me, I'll
But
be
see,
commenting to my boyfriend every 2 minutes, like,
yes. But see, that's the whole reason why I was excited because, first of all, anytime tarot is in anything, and man, oh my God, I have seen it in nearly every TV show that I watch. There's an episode where they have tarot cards. It is so amazing. It's even more than it was years ago. It's like really the last 10 years or so, 10, 15 years in everything I watch, even dumb comedies, and they're like pulling tarot cards out, and sometimes they actually get it right. But anytime tarot is mentioned or brought up, it's the old thing, like there's no such thing as negative news, just spell my name right. All promotion is good promotion. So even though they're not going to get anything right about the tarot, that's not the point. The point is we're getting tarot out there in the zeitgeist, the entire
right?
population. So I want to promote it and get it in people's minds and have them go and have some fun, and then they're thinking about tarot. Yeah. The other
And then
thing,
they go to get a tarot reading, and then it's not as
right?
crazy as they think it is. And they're like, oh, this is actually pretty useful.
Yep. The other thing is, though, this is number two, is that now we can go see the movie and we can review it. And yes, we can point out all the things they got wrong. And it's just fun. You can sit there. We used to do Hollywood Insider, and me and Mary on Saturdays. And Mary was still working in Hollywood at the time. She was a Hollywood reporter and interviewer. And we would review some of the movies, and every week we would look at the list of movies coming out and everything. We would predict the box office that week, and
Oh, wow.
and then the next week we'd come on and we would tell you how good we did, and then we'd predict the next box office week, and we were correct 98% of the time using tarot cards to predict movies. It was hilarious. But also we got to review stuff, and occasionally something with tarot in it would come up and we'd review it, and we go, well, yeah, well, you can't really do that with the tarot, but and so it was always fun. And maybe I can do a video and have like clips from the movie, and I can be like, have the clip will be playing over here and I'll be over here going, or like, yeah, okay, so then this scene happened, and that's not accurate. you know I do a whole review video and then put that on the channel, and we don't just get the tarot people, we also get the people that are just searching for reviews of that movie, and little do they know they get an actual tarot person doing it you know and if I can get multiple of our hosts that have seen it, we can like do it together.
Yes, a panel.
Do a
Real
panel
tarot.
review of the movie Tarot. And we can tell them, yeah, it was a lot of fun, and there was, the frights and everything. Or we can tell them, yeah, it really sucked, and they did a bad script, and and so it'll be a lot of fun, And so I was trying to explain to some of the people that were commenting on my post about it that you're missing the point. Regardless of if it turns out great or it turns out crappy, it doesn't matter. We get content. We get to do a review.
it's a win-win in a way, right? We'll
It's
have content to generate
true.
from it. If it's a
Yeah.
cool movie just to watch, for fun, obviously not taking it seriously, the entertainment value, we'll have that. But if it's not, then we still have content to talk about it and say, maybe we'll pass.
Yep. And so, everybody listening, get on the channel and start doing some reviews and stuff. It's the best way. See, the thing is, the way our website works is it's a community platform. It's not just a website. And so you can post your videos, your reviews, your articles, blog posts, etc. And then I take those and I promote them out for you. You could take the URL and promote it on your social media and everything. But I put it out on like 3 dozen Facebook groups that have like minimum 10,000. I don't post on ones less than 10,000 people anymore. I post on various, tarot, spiritual marketing, like spiritual advertising, all these websites that, groups on Facebook that have 10,000 to 150,000 people on it. Then I put them out on our Instagram, LinkedIn. We have two Twitters that we do. And hey, if some of it's really good, we'll put it on our channel too, right? Our YouTube channel. If it's a written article, hey, just go on. You have a YouTube channel? If not, start one. It's free. You just push the button, start recording, and then take your article and just read your article into the camera. And it's a video, and we'll pop it up on our Psychic Talk channel. And then back onto the whole idea is that it's like a co-op. And so we're all out there promoting each other's content. And if you have a business you're doing, a psychic business, psychic advisor, tarot reader, astrologer, whatever, you can promote by putting content here on Psychic Cafe on our new community, and we push it all out. And we'll talk about it on these shows. Oh, did you see this great article from someone? Just like Jill's Matthew Perry thing. I just brought it up and told you to go read our article and watch her video. That's the whole idea of the platform. It's for all of us professional readers and psychic advisors, astrologers, numerologists to take advantage of. And it's free. So go over and check it out. In the chat, Irene did make it in, our newest lifetime member. Congratulations. If we were on the radio show, I have all the sound effects, Ellie, and I could do the, applause. But
Okay.
unfortunately, I can't do the applause, but that's okay. And Irene's actually asking about my course because now that she's a lifetime member, she has free access to my $297 course on Psychic Cafe. And once she's done, certification is included, by the way, Irene. Will any deck work when taking the course? Sure, absolutely. Now, in the course, I recommend that and I think everybody should do this, go out and buy yourself a cheap $5 to $12, $15. I got this for, I think $12 or something. It's the gold foil version of the Waite Smith. I just love it because I love the gold foil. Look at the back. And it's PVC material, so it's waterproof. You can do hot tub readings. Just kidding. And let me put this up here for you. If you're interested in it, Irene, gold foil. There you go. There's the URL, psychic.cafe/gold foil. Anybody that's interested, it's an inexpensive version. It's prettier than, your standard Waite Smith produced by US Games or what have you, but it's the actual Rider-Waite Smith Images, which is the most famous deck. It's the deck that shows up in all the books to this day. They're starting to use other decks now, thank God, but they're still, it's all Rider-Waite a lot, and most of the decks out there are Rider-Waite clones anyway. And it's just nice and shiny and waterproof, and you cannot destroy this deck. So as your first deck, it's a great idea because it is PVC material. It pops back into shape, right? And there's one other caveat. Unlike the other decks, because the other decks are cardstock, And depending on the what would you call that, Ellie? The surface material, the coating. What would you? There's a name for that. I can't remember what it's called.
I think it's the coating. It's just kind of like
Yeah. So depending
gloss,
on,
hyper gloss.
well, yeah, but there's some of them aren't. Some of them are flat, they call it, or something.
Yeah.
Matte. Anyway, there's all different kinds of coatings. So they shuffle in different ways. Some shuffle pretty good, others shuffle really bad. These shuffle like a dream because they are gold foil over PVC material. And it may not last you, but a couple of years. Who cares? Buy another one for $12. There's actually, I don't know how much they are right now, but they're somewhere between $5 and $18. It fluctuates. It's Amazon. Just go to psychic.cafe/goldfoil. There's actually multiple different versions you can buy. But I recommend everybody start out, get a Waite Smith deck, especially if you're taking my course, because it's based on Waite Smith. A lot of the imagery and everything like that I use. And I'm talking about numerology as well as tarot, but I'm basing everything off the Waite Smith deck. So, grab yourself one, and then you can translate that then to any other deck that, speaks to you. You're going to find a deck that speaks to you, afterwards. Or you might be Ellie and get 5,000 decks, and, you're worse. I think you're worse than Mary. Mary's got like 500 decks or something. Did you ever?
I call them my pandemic coping mechanism because when that
Oh,
happened, I
yeah,
was just kind of like, well, what else can I do?
that's a great idea. But did you ever count them up?
I think I had a spreadsheet I was tracking. I had
Lost
close
track
to
now, though.
250. Yeah, a few have come in, so maybe it's closer to 260 now. Maybe a little bit more. But
260.
I've definitely put the
Yes.
brakes on it. I promise. I've
Yeah.
I've been irresponsible, but now I'm making them pay rent. So
And and Irene had said about, like, for instance, I have the Voyager tarot cards by James Wanless. The Voyager, it's another my favorite, big size deck. But the original came out in the 80s, and it was a collage deck, and it's not the modern collages where you have Photoshop and they do these really cool. There's actually a different name for collage. It's you have all the different layers in Photoshop, and you
Expedia,
you blend it and you do the lighting and everything. They're contextual or
composite.
compositing. I think it's compositing. Anyway, that's the modern way to do it. But when James did it, we're talking cutting pictures out of magazines and pasting them onto a card stock. It was that bad. Yes, yes. Now, a lot of people love the Voyager deck. I could not read that deck if my life depended on it. Let me tell you. But people that's all they've done, they found the Voyager deck. And by the way, he had a whole course and certification, not certified tarot reader, certified Voyager tarot reader. Ooh, yeah. So you had to take his course and his certification. And it made sense, though, because that deck is not reading a tarot deck. I mean, that is more like, I want to say,
Like its
more
own
like an
system.
oracle. It's more like reading an oracle. It's all about the visuals. And although it has the tarot structure, and yes, you have a page of wands and you have the tower card and what have you, but the images, it's just all over the place. But if you start and only have had that and do that and take his course, yeah, it's great. I have a close friend of mine that is a certified Voyager tarot reader, and it's awesome. I could never use it. Not me. No. And as far as using it in my course, big no. You got to take James's course. I'm sorry, for that. For my course, you need a standard Waite Smith deck, and they're cheap. They're very, very, and you can find one, you know, remember the Waite Smith images are from 1909 and they're in the public domain. So anybody can make a tarot deck with those images. Many Chinese companies have. You can get them on online. You can get them on. Amazon for $5, but you can go on Alibaba and get them for $2, and they have, $5 decks, $10 decks. This one's a little bit higher quality, the foil deck. You can get the US Games one. It fluctuates between 15 and $20, and then they have some special edition ones that are like in tin foil. There was the 100th anniversary one that comes, not tin foil, a tin, yeah, and it came out in 100 years later. So what was that, like 2009, 2010? That deck came out. It was really cool in a tin. You can also get the same version, but not in a tin. Has a different back on it, And Ellie's got like
a centennial.
a whole bunch.
Centennial edition?
That might be it. I don't know. But my other favorite one is, if you're going to get a Waite Smith deck like from US Games, get the Radiant. The Radiant is gorgeous, the coloring and everything. That other big one that you just had with the flowers on the back. Oh, what's that
There's the
one?
Radiant Wise.
Oh yeah, that's a different one. That's the Radiant one. See the back? You can tell by the backs on these decks what they are. The Radiant from US Games, the Radiant is, oh god, it's very nice. The color, they've colored it differently, recolored it, but it's bright color. It's bright. It's not subdued or, yeah. Is that the one that
Pastel.
that's the one I always liked that you use sometimes? And see, it's got
This one
what are
I
those
found on makeplayingcards.com. There was somebody who created this pastel version of the Waite Smith.
Look at
So
that. I need that card just to use on our site because it matches our color scheme.
How beautiful. This is my favorite High Priestess Waite Smith version.
Yep.
So very cool. There's a lot of different flavors, if you will, of the Smith Waite deck. So you can definitely find whatever fits. But yeah, definitely recommend this deck for your first and for your learning.
Yeah. And Dan had said clear code. Well, no, not actually clear code. It's there's another word for it, and I just can't think of it. But these decks have different coatings on them. Some of them don't have a coating. Some of them have a matte finish. Some of them have a glossy finish. Some of them have gold foil. This one's gold foil on PVC, but there's also gold foil decks that are on cardstock, and those handle differently too. And just all kinds of different finishes and stuff. This is the first deck I've ever had that shuffled well. Now, like for instance, on a couple of recent shows, I use Grand Lux, and I want to show you the difference. Look at the size difference. It's wider and taller than a standard tarot deck. And so in order to grab these cards, the only way you can do it with some of the bigger decks is, what the secret is, you actually split the deck up in a couple of piles, and then it's easier to bend the pile, and that's when you can take it and shuffle it, and you go shuffle, and then you put them all back together, and then but these are so tall that even with my hands, someone with smaller hands, I don't know how they would be able to grab this to do a rifle, a Vegas rough rifling, kind of thing. So that's why I want to use this, because people love the pictures, they love the images. I want to use it, but doing these shows, it's really hard to shuffle during the show. This thing though, it's like, oh my god, it's just a dream. It just goes. I absolutely love it. Shout outs to Daisha, who came in. Yes, I didn't miss you. I saw you coming in. And we mentioned Irene. Let's see what else Irene had to say here. They were talking. Michelle was helping her out with, getting a Rider-Waite Smith version. RWS, it's sometimes called. I call it the Waite Smith deck only because the Rider company doesn't exist anymore. It is, someone bought Rider as I can't remember what they call them, but like major publishers have all these smaller publishers under them, and Rider is a label. It's like a label of one of the major publishers, and I can't remember now. But I stopped saying Rider because it doesn't make sense. It's the Waite Smith deck. Ellie, is that a dartboard behind you? Inquiring minds want to know. Of course,
Oh,
that's a Dan thing. Isn't that a clock?
it's actually like a little spinning decoration. I got it for Halloween at
Oh,
Michael's
okay.
like 2 years ago. They had this mystical theme going on, and it just spins, but the signs are upside down. You don't have it positioned this way, so it just kind of stays there. Otherwise, I would have loved to use it, but yeah, it's got all the zodiac signs and a little snake to act
I
as the
said
zodiac.
clock because Mary always had one behind her in the
Oh yeah.
shows and it was a clock. And instead of having, I think what it did was like instead of having the normal clock hands, it was, I might be wrong about this, but I think the zodiac signs, which were the numbers on the clock face, turned, and it was really, really cool. Um,
Oh,
this is fun though, because we don't have the phone line, so there's no urgency to take phone calls, and it's kind of quiet, and so it's like I'm liking this because we get to just talk shop. It's fun. It's more fun to me actually. I do think Daisha has a question in there. I'm looking to see if Irene, besides the course questions, did you have any other questions in there, Irene? Nicholas came in. I'm praying for a relationship reconciliation with Shelby again with more love and passion. Very cool. Do you want us to put, he didn't do that as a question though, so I don't know. Do you want us to pull cards on that? We will. And Irene, if you have any other questions about, being a new member and like where things are and stuff, I have I have all the handouts and all the videos and all the materials for the courses on the course group. It's psychic.cafe/tarot course. And of course, you have to be a paid student of the course or a lifetime member where you get it free for access. Otherwise, it's a private group. And what was I going to say? Oh, I got almost everything on there, except what I'm doing is I am recreating some of the cheat PDFs at the end of the course. So if you're just starting the course, no problem. Everything's going to be there. It's when you get to like module 11, the last module, and I'm trying to get all those up on the site, but I'm building them from scratch and creating PDFs where I'm trying to get it into our modern newer contemporary look. And when I made them up years ago, they were in all different fonts and stuff. I'm just trying to clean it up for the new website. So give me some time. It's going to take a while because remember, as I said earlier, I'm trying to transfer over dozens of articles and all this stuff on the old websites before I can get rid of them. Got to get rid of them because it's costing me money every month to keep that thing running, and we're not using it at all. We're using the new website, Psychic Cafe. Oh gosh. By the way, you can still get to thetarotguild.com, and it'll actually forward you to tarot.ning.com because it's built on the Ning platform. And that's the site that's going away. You can still go and check it out, but realize that we're not doing anything with that site. And you need to, if you joined over at thetarotguild.com, that site's going away really soon, like within a few weeks. So if you want to go over and check it out, go ahead. But make sure you join Psychic Cafe so we don't lose you. Let's see what else was said in the chat here. So Daisha wants to know, Ellie, what does my spirit guides and ancestors want me to know at this time? So if you can pull some cards on that, I'm going to go back to the Nick question. And like I said, he didn't quite put it in as a question, but I felt like he was asking for a card or two. So I'll pull a card or two on his.
okay. card here. Let me use some Oracle deck. So,
Ooh, this is interesting. Cool. Um,
so okay. Ooh, this is really exciting. Okay, Deja. So I was going to pull one card, but two insisted on coming out. The cards that I got for you here, first and foremost, is this one here. Oh, that glare. I'm so sorry. So this is a cute little rabbit in a field, and this card is a new chapter. So it says, when things seem to be falling apart, be aware that things may be coming together in new ways that suit the next phase of your life even better. And to reinforce this here, we got the card here with make room. So this card here reads, create space to welcome positive change into your life. Let go of everything that doesn't align with the future you are creating. So this is some really exciting energy. It seems like your ancestors, spirit guides, all the beautiful energies that protect you and guide you are reminding you that there are new things in store. And if there's anything that you feel you kind of wanted to move away from and just kind of put aside or put behind you, it is really a powerful time for you to tap into that energy and just really make that commitment to making room for the new things in your life so that they can come in freely and flow in beautifully without having to worry about, all the dust of the old stuff that you don't want to deal with anymore. So it's a very encouraging sign, I think, and it's very exciting to get those two cards. Like I said, I was only going to pull one, but both of them came out. So I feel like it's definitely like a fist bump from the universe to be like, hey, get excited. Great things are coming your way. Make room because you're going to have just wonderful blessings coming in. So there you go. No more is there to say about that. That's so
wow,
cool.
that came out really good. And my reading for Nick came out really good too. I'm trying to scroll back. I lost it again. There it is. Nicholas, I'm praying for a relationship reconciliation with Shelby again with more love and passion. So, as I laid out the cards, I was like wanting the tarot to tell me, is the reconciliation possible? And any information you need to know right now about that. So, it starts off with the 10 of cups, which is the end of that relationship. You know, one door closes, another door opens. The 10 of swords is about transition, and that relationship is dead. It's like beating a dead horse. It's dead. Now, I'm saying that for a couple of reasons. Not to, I'm not to, it's not to say that you can't start again, but you have to view that as a new relationship. You're not going back to the old relationship. There was issues. You know what they were. Relationships end for a reason. You mentioned yourself, more love and passion. So there was not enough love and passion, apparently. But other things too, like the 5 of Swords shows up. This card shows up when you need to be reminded, somebody, either you or the other person, so you or Shelby, or both of you, needed to be right all the time. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? You have to have compromise in relationships. And the 3 of Swords shows up with that. Three of Swords is, typically that anguish, heartbreak, and that's what the situation is. But it's swords, meaning thoughts and ideas. So everything that happened in the past is in the past. It's fading away at this point. When this card shows up, it may reflect how you might be feeling, but remember, it's not a cups card. It's not feelings. It's thoughts and ideas. So all that's left of the previous issues and the previous relationship is the thoughts and the thought patterns. You need to let go of that in order to move forward. And any relationship that you would rekindle has to be as if it's a brand new relationship starting from the ground up. It has to be rebuilt, You can't go back to the old relationship. You can't go back to doing it the way you did it. And it requires both of you to be on the same page with that. Now, if you can do that, the next card, the Two of Cups, yes, reconciliation then is possible. Lastly, it comes along the 10 of Wands. And this is typically the overburdened card. That's what they call it, typically in tarot. But what's often overlooked in the 10 of Wands is he's making steady progress towards his goal. He's almost there. You've almost made it, so to speak. Now, what this is indicating, though, is this is not going to be a cakewalk. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take work. But that's the Wands card. Wands is fire, passion. If you guys are both equally passionate enough about it and can put the work in, you can make it happen. So that's what I got for Nicholas. That came when I laid the cards down, Ellie, I was like, wow, that really smooth. It just showed everything, And I don't even know if he was really wanting us to pull cards on it. He put that comment in there and he didn't, usually people write it out as a question, can you tell me, or blah, 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 or can I get a reading on? No, he just this, So I was like, well, I'm going to pull cards on it anyway. I don't care. Let's see what else anybody else said in there. Did Dacia say something about, oh, wow, it's exciting. Thank you so much, Ellie. Thank you, Dax. And let's see what else. Still no phones. Wow, BTR is still whacked out, huh? Dan says yes. In fact, I tried to call in and it just right away said, it ain't happening. Basically what it says is that we're having issues with our broadcasting system. It's like, yeah, we're paying you for this system, So I actually had to delete that show off of Blog Talk so people weren't going to it expecting it to start, and all. I didn't want people and because it wouldn't let us, it kept kicking us out and wouldn't let us get in. I couldn't even make an announcement or anything. So yeah. So I just got rid of the show, and that's why it took me a minute or two at the beginning of this show. Michelle says, I've always called that the bridge shuffle. I never think of bridge. I don't even know anybody that ever played bridge. I remember my grandparents, great uncles, and everybody played pinochle in Pennsylvania. That was the big, poker a little, but pinochle was the big thing. Penny Annie, pinochle. They actually had these like whole table setups and things, and I never learned how to play it. Just did not. It's amazing for somebody that got so into cards later in life that I had no interest in cards as a game at all. Does not even, it just bores me to tears. The only time I had a good time was like in Vegas playing 21, but on a one-arm bandit thing, and just, choosing whether to stay or not and things like that. Split and all that cool stuff. I like 21. That, it's like blackjack I can do. All those other games, pinochle, poker, bridge. I don't even know what you do in bridge. Anyway, is that a trick-taking game? I think it's a trick-taking. I don't know. But that's how they always describe Tarot, the original game using tarot, that the major arcana was the trumps. And they were called trumps because they, in order of succession, trump any other card. And it was a trick-taking game. Like bridge is how they would always describe it, as like bridge. And I'm like, that's not helping me. I don't know what bridge is. Don't tell me it's like bridge. That doesn't tell me anything. That's the things that the 70 and 80-year-olds play on Thursdays. I mean, I don't know what bridge is. Anyway, that is so funny though. I call it the Vegas shuffle, or the gamblers, or what do you call it?
Dealer
um,
shuffle.
dealer shuffle, and they do the fancy stuff and go, you know, I can't make
I just fly all over the place.
35 years. I can't make the cards do fancy shit. That's why when I got this deck, cheapest deck I ever bought in my life, and it shuffles the best out of all the decks I've ever had in my life. And I'm like, yes, I can actually almost shuffle now. It's amazing. It's amazing. The other thing is, I can't screw it up. It just pops, any way you fold this, sideways, up and down, boop, goes right back to perfect every single time. Just love it. Just love it. I think if I ever do a deck, I'm going to put it on PVC material.
Yeah.
Or at least I'll have a PVC version. Let's see if there's anything else in the chat. I think that was just Dacia's comments were last. Okay, so just real quickly, I'll mention, hey, if you've been having a good time, if you get anything out of these shows, go over to psychic.cafe/coffee and grab us a cup of coffee. Don't forget the sale that's still going on at psychic.cafe/sale. We just had Irene sign up last night. Yes, she was here for the show and she's in the chat right now. And Irene signed up. It's 75% off. So instead of $297, it's only $78. And then if you need a little extra help, you actually can break it up into 2 payments. So you pay $39 now, $39 next month. And also my readings are on that page, 50% off. They're just $49.99, save $50, psychic.cafe/sale, and then just scroll down. And okay, so we're here. And I think the next show, well, first, let me let you know that tomorrow there won't be a show. It's normally Compassionate Light, but Catherine has been recovering. Guess what? Are you all ready? I heard from Catherine today. Yes, she's going to be coming back next Friday. And between now and next Friday, she's going to try to get out recordings of the shows that she missed for this month, which were all about let's see, she was doing over these 3 months, mind, body, soul. So it's the soul ones, and she wants to get those out. So we'll have pre-recorded shows, and then she's going to start in May. So what's the first day? May 3rd is the first Friday. So she'll start not this Friday, but not tomorrow, but next Friday. And she's going to be starting the mind shows. Yes. She's doing a whole series of shows this coming month on the mind. So again, I don't have the applause button, but yay, it looks like Catherine is coming back. And then be sure to tune in on Saturday, because Michelle will be having her next Michelle's Mystic Corner episode, and her first ever special guest, psychic medium Sunny Hancock. And Michelle has been learning from Sunny. And when she was on the show with me last night, I'm pretty sure I heard her say that she successfully completed Sunny's psychic mediumship course. And she even did some mediumship last night. That's right. You need to go and watch the show last night. It was so good. I even did mediumship. I kid you not. You got to check it out. But make sure you make it this Saturday, April 27th, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Remember, that's a day show. Our regular normal used to be our normal was the normal day hours. It's going to be 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. London. Yeah, I can't wait for that, because I want to hear from Sunny. I want to hear about psychic mediumship and all that kind of thing. So that is this Saturday. And then, of course, the Angelic View is kind of on hiatus while Maria popped in on the show last night. It was great. A lot of fun having her on. Maria and Artie are going back to New York. They're snowbirding it back up there for 5-6 months. And she'll be, hit and miss on doing Angelic View shows, because, they're up there. They're like living in a camper, I mean, I mean, they're off the grid kind of thing. And she's like, I don't even know where to set up to do a show. And I'm like, well, set it up in one of the rooms and do a virtual backdrop where we won't see that you're in the trailer. So she may do that. She may do that. She may record some shows or some live shows or both, but it's going to be very hit and miss. So I will be filling in, doing psychic talk, general shows with probably Pamela, or if Ellie's available on a Sunday and I can twist her arm, you know, and that's the first and third Sundays. But every second and fourth Sunday now, we're not doing a show. Instead, we're doing a live Zoom discussion and Q&A. And it's going to be a different time, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And so you can come in on these shows and all you have to do is go to psychic.cafe/Zoom every second and fourth Sunday. In fact, don't wait till 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. Come in 10, 15, 20 minutes early because we have the discussion, we have the Zoom meeting running, and we could do a meet and greet and hang out, and you can ask questions, and then we can start the discussion and Q&A. Some of these will be an actual workshop followed by a Q&A, but a lot of them are just going to be open discussion and Q&A. So if you're taking my course, so Irene and everybody listening that is in my course, these are when I talk about in the course, that we have live Zoom meetings. This is what I'm talking about. You can pop in on the second and fourth Sundays. Of course, you can pop in like you are right now on this show. If you pop in live on one of these shows, you can ask your questions live on these shows. That's what they're for. But we also have, the more intimate, private Zoom discussion and Q&A second and fourth Sundays. You can pop in. You don't have to get the URL to the Zoom each time. We'll swap out the, really long, complicated Zoom link and pop it in here under psychic.cafe/Zoom. So you only have to ever remember that. You open up a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe/Zoom, and it'll take you right in there. Like I said, come in early and you can ask anything you want about the course. Maybe you're stuck on something or you want to ask something about tarot or numerology. Maybe you want to learn about starting your business, about getting certified, joining the guild, setting up on Psychic Cafe, becoming a host on Psychic Talk on our network. Maybe you've always wanted to do a YouTube show or a podcast or a radio show. We do them all three together. And you don't have to go through that learning curve like we did. We've been doing it for 14 years. That's right. Awesome. So that's all I got for you. And we're at the end of the show. Yes. And I told you, it was going to be shorter. Not as short as I thought, though. I thought we were going to be done by 7:30, which, well, we kind of were, but we had to get some of that stuff out. So it was great having you on here, Ellie. What did you think not having the phone lines?
Yeah, it felt a little, I don't know, it felt a little empty without our friends calling in, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it's a nice little break, right? A little bit of a change of pace. Normally, when we get the calls, we're like pulling
Yeah.
cards and rushing through and trying to get as many as we can because it's so much fun. I really enjoy it. But I will be honest, today's little break, it's a little, what do they call it? Like a
It was a
respite from the crazy.
casual show. We have
There you go.
we both have our mint tea.
Our peppermint tea and chill.
Mm, very chill. So thanks everybody for being here. We don't have a show without you. Now, hopefully for Michelle's Mystic Corner this Saturday, the phone lines will be back. But meanwhile, remember, no show tomorrow. Gonna take a break. And hopefully Catherine will be back next Friday. Yes. But tune in for the show. Wait. Oh, yeah, it's going to be the fourth Sunday, too. So tune in for Michelle's Mystic Corner with her guest, Sunny Hancock. And then on the 28th, this coming Sunday, will be our live, you know, kind of more private. It's the same as this, but it's more private. And everybody can be up here on video, and you don't have to do it though. If you don't want to, you can do just audio on Zoom. You can also call in. If you need to call in, let me know, because I'll get you the show, or like the Zoom, what do they call that? The number of the Zoom, the
It's like a
episode,
dial-in.
and the phone number and the access code. There's like an access. That's what I don't like about using the phone thing, is you have to you dial in, and then you have to put in the what did they call that? It's driving me nuts. I got to look it up just to see what they call this thing. Meeting ID. That's what it's called. So you have to type in the meeting ID, which is like 8, 9, 10, 11 digits. And then you have to put in a passcode, and so I got to give you those numbers if you want to dial in. So the easier thing is you just, go to psychic.cafe/Zoom. If you don't want to put your video on, you don't have to. You can just have the audio, your microphone. Pop in this Sunday and let's all chat. All righty. Bye, everybody. Bye, Ellie and Dan and
Bye.
Michelle and Daisha and everybody in chat. Jill and
Have a
Irene.
good night, everyone.
Bye bye. Ooh, the other thing I like about